correctly, but I pronounce it MURADIN. Obviously he's a WoW character, you can tell by the sheer state of him, even though he could fit in the Diablo, but nah. Anyway, so this guy is the melee warrior. He is all about hardly any damage at all, but taking all the hits and trying to pull as much aggro towards him as you can possibly get. He can get heavy hits later stages, but initially he's extremely really bad at hitting heroes or even hitting structures. He's kind of pointless for most of the game to hit structures unless he's with a big group. But apart from most things, he does what he needs to do, and that's running around the battlefield, regenerating health like crazy, trying to pull the aggro towards him, and just being a general nuisance to the enemy. And that's what MURADIN is. He is a pain in the ass to anyone that fights him, because this guy has an unbelievable amount of health, so one-on-one in him is hassle. But before we get into anything, we'll go through the skins as per normal. So obviously that's his default one. That's his darker version, looks a lot better. And that's more the Scottish dwarf version. His mask skin level 10, 10,000 gold, looks a lot more formidable. That just looks supremely badass. And then that I don't really like too much, but that I think you just look incredibly like monstrous. Yeah, he even gets the sword at the back, even changes to a much better blade. The one to buy is also very, very, very good. You notice the left goes from the axe to another hammer for all of them. Well, that's actually I'll show you that in a sec. Well, this thing, it looks more like Zeus there, if anything, but that looks incredible. That's probably worth the money, his outfit. If he weren't, I don't really like him that much, but hey ho. And his mess about one, the Candy King, which looks amazingly retarded. So if you had a party, I would recommend a party with this guy, with Gazlo's clown, and this one. You know, if you had a party full of that, and probably Redgar's Father Christmas, and Jaina's Mrs. Claus. I don't know if anyone else has got any stupid ones. Probably his, but it still looks intimidating as fuck. But yeah, if you had a party with that, it'd just look so comical for the opposition to fight. But yeah. Anyway, so this guy, his ultimate is Haymaker, which can mess things up for you, because Haymaker is basically a big hit that knocks the enemy flying back, which can save them. The enemy's done it to me, which has saved me, because it'll knock them back through anything, the walls or whatever. It can save the opposition, so it's generally not good to have, because the hit's probably not going to be strong enough to kill them. But if anything, you have the Avatar, which makes them a super beast. The big hulking, stoned, monster. Gains a lot more health, like 1,700 more health, and all of his basic attacks do mini stuns. So basically stopping anyone doing what they want to do. You just stun, 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 stun. Really good. And again, that's what makes you a real pest for the field. But his general abilities, Stormbolt, very, very good. This is your winning weapon or ability, because this is basically throw, short ranged, hammer, stunning. So it either helps everyone catch up to an enemy or helps you get away from people. This thing is great, and it can the way it can be leveled is monstrously good, either by adding extra damage or having 2 extra people that can flow through and returning mana as well. So it's really good. Thunderclap, this thing is the one that can become super strong. It first, it just does a normal bash to the ground, but when you put an ability on, which is this one, I got it first time, Thunder Strike. Thunderclap deals 300% more damage if it does to one target, so it can damage about 700 damage at level 20 with one quick hit, and it's a fast cooldown, so you can really mess people up. And then your Dwarf Toss, which is obviously quoted from Lord of the Rings, the Dwarf Toss. That thing, it basically just jumps small distance, doing a bit of damage around the area you're landing, And your second wind, it's handy for getting away, but you can't jump over walls with it. Second wind, this basically, as soon as you've done about 4 seconds without fighting, you're below 40% health, you'll increase health a lot faster. But he always regens health all the time. He's always regenerating health a lot faster than anyone else can. But the second wind makes it, if you're below 40%, he just basically quads the regen, and that can be buffed as well extremely well, which I'll show you anyway. Which is that activate instead of 40%, you now activates at 50% health over 8 seconds, and becomes no, that's the activation one. That's the one to activate it. This one, yeah, the threshold of 50%, but it does a lot more health regen. Obviously, the higher you go, the more health it will regen. But yeah, anyway, so my thoughts about this guy. He's good for what he does. Like saying, he sucks at solo killing people. He can't really do it because people can easily get away from him, and he's not that great at chasing. He really, yeah, unless you can catch him. They hardly got any health. You can catch him with the thunder, the lightning. What is it called? If you can catch people with the storm bolt, then yeah, but he can't really. People at full health, he can't really one-on-one because they can just get away. They won't kill him. They'll very rarely kill him, but he can't get them because they could just, everyone can escape him. He's extremely good in team fights because he can do the big survival. He can constantly smash down this thunderclap, doing supreme damage. He can get through 2 enemies and stun them at the same time, and it does get quite strong, this thing. So he's a brilliant team asset. He's a very tankiest of the tanks, apart from Shen. He's unbelievably tanky, but his output damage is so poor, and obviously he can't really just blow through siege buildings because he just can't handle them. But that's kind of it, guys. That's my thoughts. If I weren't just leveling everyone to level 7, I wouldn't personally use him. He's not one of my favourite at all. It's like a good few like that I wouldn't want to use, but I am leveling everyone to level 7 currently. Obviously I've got one at 10 already, so you can see my amazing material. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Yeah, he's alright. Yeah, if you like just getting beat down, if you like getting hit all the time and everyone trying to focus you because you're incredibly hard to kill. Right, but yeah, that's it, guys. Hopefully you like what I say, but don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.